Guys, what's up? Tony from the Outsider Channel here with you once again today, and today I'm speaking to you once again from the Knoll Lodge. This has become one of my favorite places to come and stay when I'm in the mountains, not just because we're partnering up with the Knoll, but because it's just a beautiful place to stay. There's 3 bike parks within distance, and then when you stay here, you feel like you're in the forest. It's quiet. There's a fire pit at night. The pool just opened. You have your own cabin. They're still offering that 10% off, so the information below. Ask for Wyatt. He's down to work with you guys with weekday prices as well. Okay, so moving on to today's ride. Our bike park's family friendly. I've been getting tons of comments and questions from you guys, from dads, moms. Should they bring little Timmy and little Susie to the bike park? And are they gonna be embarrassed if they go? The bike parks are for everybody. There's all level trails. So what I'm gonna do today is kind of show you the ropes in my own way and show you the options you have when you come up here. And today I'm using Snow Summit Bike Park as an example, but this goes for all bike parks, guys. If whether you live in Whistler, Tahoe, Italy, wherever, all these bike parks that you're thinking of, they all have a space for you and your ability. It's intimidating because all the videos you see are always the gnarliest stuff, right? Because that's the most fun stuff to watch. But when you get there, you're gonna realize that stuff is unrideable if you're not an experienced rider. And you're like, what the hell am I gonna do? Well, today I'm gonna show you what the hell you're gonna do. If you're a beginner rider, this is also helpful too. Let's get to the ride. First things first, getting on the lift with your bike. The bike goes in front of you. There's a bike rack that either you or a lift attendant can put it on. If you're a little bit confused, they'll be there to help as well, point you in the right direction and take care of you.
It works out better if your bike's in front of you.
And if you've done this before and once you get the hang of it, it's totally fine to put your bike on the rack yourself, which is what I'm doing right now. And away we go. And there'll be another friendly lift attendant waiting for you at the top, and off you go. Straight off the lift, you got options. We're gonna head to Going Green. Going Green. I don't care how good of a rider you are. This is just a fun trail if you're a beginner or experienced to warm up on. It's one of the longest trails in the park, and you can go as fast or as slow as you want. It's a fun one to get used to the cement berms, get used to the trail conditions, stretch the legs straight out of the car, or if you're a beginner, have a hell of a ride all the way back down. It's a great trail to learn on. You can make these rollers into little mini jumps. If you're experienced enough, hit the rock slabs on the right and left sometimes that pop up. They're optional. And it's just a beautiful trail. You're in the forest, high in elevation, in that mountain air. That's what brought me into mountain biking in the first place, so I can never forget that. So I do appreciation stations. You have to not forget how beautiful it is where you're riding your bicycle. Growing up in skate parks, and I'm gonna be honest with you, not so pretty. You're in a cement cage a lot of the times. There's people everywhere crammed in a tight space. Here, man, kind of meditating out in the forest. There's nothing like it. Woo! As you're taking in the surroundings right now, let me just jump in here and answer a question I know I'm going to get in the comments, because I get it almost in every video. Can you ride a hardtail here? Answer: technically yes, preferably no. Here's what I recommend. They have bike rentals below. Most bike parks do. I recommend renting or bringing a full suspension bike. And the reason I'm saying that is because, yeah, you can ride a hardtail with no suspension in the rear, sure. But for a full fun day, being comfortable on the trails and getting more riding in, the option is to have a dual suspension bike. Everyone has their preferences, but if you want to get a longer riding day out of your experience and be on the trails for longer, be less tired, be having less impact on your body, get a bike that's going to help you with that. That being said, let's get back to the trees, the dirt, taking it in for a little bit longer until we hit our next trail. Yeah, when I came here the first time a couple years ago, I rode this a few times and then moved up to a trail called Turtle, which we're going to hit soon. Nothing wrong with getting used to a bike park. No shame in it. Who cares if you're on a green trail, man? Just have fun. We all started on greens.
And if you stay in the greens and that's what you're here to do, let that be your thing. If you're on a bike in the woods, flying down a mountain, nothing wrong with that. You guys good? Okay. We're all friendly. Get the lake right in front of you over here. Oh, maybe look at that beforehand, you guys. There's some black features on the green trail that are optionable. Moving on up from Going Green, we've got Turtle, which is a blue trail. Gives you a good idea of what the other more black and harder, more difficult trails on the mountain have to offer. Kind of test your skills, see if you're ready. If this is super easy for you, then you're probably ready. But if you're just learning, suggest doing this and Going Green a bunch of times just to get comfortable on the bike. Start figuring things out, you know? The more bike time you have, the more your skills increase. That's all there is to it. That and practicing stuff.
Warning.
A little bit faster. There's some jumps involved, like that step up. Coming through, buddy.
I know. You bike park aficionados are having a mental explosion right now. But hang in there. I'm going to cover this bike culture must know in a second. Hang in there.
Little dude might be better served on Going Green for now, I'd say. But he's already in, so he's got to finish. What this does have is big open berms, which are great to learn on at bike parks. Little drops like this too. Big berm. Some jumps coming up you could test yourself on. You can roll them if you like. Yeah, I would say these are basically rollers that you could turn into jumps. Mind if I pass you, buddy? Thanks, man.
Always give slower riders in front of you or kids the benefit of the doubt. They may not hear you. There's a trail etiquette. Give them some space. Maybe let them know you're behind if you need to pass. Don't startle them. And if you're the one that's slower in front, always keep an ear out. If you can, find a safe place to pull off to let people pass. That way it's just safer for the both of you.
Right behind you.
Warning.
Here's a little word of advice, you guys, if you're coming in here for the first time. Do not ever, for any circumstance, stand or walk in the middle of a trail. That's how you're going to get yourself hurt and the other person riding. Huge no-no, huge noob move. Actually, there's not really anything funny about it. You're going to get yourself hurt. It's like having a car crash, you know what I mean? Just remember that if you don't remember anything else. If you're hurt, try to move to the side. Not in the middle of the trail, guys. The bottom of the trail is going to be all berms. Really great area to practice that. Lean in, try to stay off the brakes in the berm. Brake before if you need to, and just kind of pump the sidewall. Look at that, you guys. You're getting bike park insight and lessons at the same time over here. No charge. Although if you want to support the channel, segue into Patreon, which is another way to get early videos, group rides, product giveaways, all that good stuff. Link below. It's only $2 to $4 a month, you guys. Give me a half a coffee, will you? I'm over here breaking my ass. I'm just kidding, I'm having fun. And there's the lift, and that's Turtle. After ride dip in the pool accomplished.
Needed that. Feels good. New videos every week. Join me on Patreon for group rides, product giveaways, and jelly beans. I'm not giving away jelly beans. Early video releases, though. It's better than jelly beans. I hope this was informative for you guys and it cleared up a lot of the questions that I've been getting. And if not, and you're new to the channel, stick around and gain knowledge. I'm here to help. I do what I can. Guys, I'll see you next week. Subscribe. Snake!
Huh?
I don't want
Dude, I have no idea what
I
you're
just
doing.
want to ride my motorcycle.